Corruption is something that had been done since a long time ago. But what we witness here, corruptors got escaped, they took a lot of money from society. So what will be happening if they don't get any exact effective punishment? The function of punishment we do believe as well, ladies and gentlemen, in order to make them realize for their actions, their crimes, or remind society who would like to work at the government, so they wouldn't do the same fault or the same breach as the corruptors did it before. Indonesia has already law number 31 of 1999 regarding to the corruption crime, but for more effective punishment and give them the real effect, we should impoverish them. But before we get started, please allow me to introduce myself, our honorable adjudicators, debaters. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kevin John Paul Manurung, the member of the government team. I would like to rebut some points from the first and the second speaker of opposition team. One, the first speaker of government said, for surviving, in order to survive, you need to be horrible. Surviving for life didn't require you to be a horrible person here. In order to survive, you can find a job, gain some money, eat and drink, because the reason of life is not only to be a person in the highest position here. Life goes on, and after all, those reasons is only prevailed for those people who want it to be. Many ways to survive, not only for being a horrible person here. Many ways. 2, they give example about death penalty is not really effective for murderers. Can you please imagine one murderer go around nearby and terrorizing people? Is make them into the jail exactly effective? No, not really. It doesn't make any guarantee for them to stop their actions. Once they go out of the jail, they can still make them as the murderer. 3, the second speaker of the opposition team said the Prime Minister didn't mention anything about justification. But Prime Minister said it clearly in her sentence, mentioned about the rejustification. 4, impoverish make corruptors become a burden to the state. Not always. There are many ways for finding money, which will be spoken under my speech here. Back to my arguments. First, the corruptors who later we impoverish here wouldn't be any burden to the state. Since there are still a lot of job to do, they can still finding money and pay to feed themselves. And if they have families, they and their families can create a small enterprise like store. For example here, when they have money with their families, they can start a small company, small enterprise, for example like store, mini market, or any possible things for finding money, for surviving. Not only for being a horrible person here. Second, any alternative like rehab is not effective because those corruptors on rehabilitation can be good people. What it means? They can create good habits, being kind, being a good people, so finally they got remissions here. So what that means? It means they finally out of the rehabilitation and have possibility to corrupt again and again. Once they escape, once they out of the rehabilitation. We do believe as well, ladies and gentlemen, the good habits for a sudden moment will be a cover for their crimes, the real things that they have been done before, like these corruptors. The third, lastly, they should know the consequence since the beginning. We have the law for it. We should know for the law itself, and there is punishment for the corruption, and they still do it. So in order to stop their crimes, now impoverish them is the most effective way, because they don't have any position again and start to earn money by themselves. Thank you very much. That's all for my speech.